it's Melissa Miller Fedrizzi with Remax in Motion, and I was just coming to you today on July 8th, 2019, simply because we have seen an increase of energy in the lake market, and I wanted to just sort of put a little PSA out there. We actually had a new client call us Sunday morning, and say, hey, they were interested in looking at properties. We're actually doing a 1031 exchange, which we have done quite a few of. And so I think they called me about 11:30 in the morning on Sunday, and I was able to line up 7 properties to show them rather quickly. A couple of really nice clients who had renters let us in right before their dinner, so it was fabulous. They were very kind. First time to Cayuga Lake, and they were enjoying just a really peaceful sunset and just beautiful spot at the lake, which they were able to share with our new buyer clients as well. So that was wonderful. In having the discussion with them about the lake, it just brought me to the criteria that I use when talking about lake property. And I believe there are 3 components to buying a lake property, especially Cayuga Lake. First, and probably I think the most important, is the water. The lake at the water's edge, what you're buying. How deep is it? Is it able to handle a sizable boat? What's the dock like? How quickly does it get deep? What's the draft on the bottom of the hoist? How big, if there is a hoist boat, does it hold? And all that sort of stuff. And one of the things to be careful of, or just to really understand, I don't know, you have to be careful of it as much as just understanding shallow coves, seaweed, east side versus west side, and where you're at in the water. So I think that's probably the single biggest component in valuing lake property, is at the water's edge. The second component that I think is important is the access to the property. Are we on a fire lane? Are we on a private road? Are we on a main road? Do we have a cliff? Do we have fees? How quickly can you get in and out? And believe me, sometimes when you've got these private roads and fire lanes, it's kind of nice because it's very quiet, secluded, and perhaps Hanako Road, one of our favorite lake roads, the farther in you are, the less traffic you have. So there's a lake property for every lake buyer, and every lake buyer has different needs and or learns about the lake market pretty quickly. And the third component, and I rate all of these, and the third component, which is probably the most important when a lake buyer presents themselves to us, the most important component for them is actually the house itself. And really, in the end of the day, it's the least important of the 3. If you've got really bad water and a really awful way to get to it, and you've got a beautiful house, why, that's all well and good, but just understanding what you really have there. And any house can be changed, obviously with the proper permitting and designs and such. But it was just really refreshing and really nice to bring these folks out. And I just wanted to bring that to you here today. Happy July 2019. The lake market's getting energy like it hasn't seen the season yet. Enjoy, and if we can help you at all, click the link below. Melissa Miller Fedrizzi, Remax in Motion, 607-351-1995. Enjoy.